This project can be done by children of many different ages and is something that can be pre-made and then decorated. It's a picture holder. It could also be used perhaps as an ornament holder if the children wanted, instead of hanging pictures here, if the kids wanted to hang an ornament on there or a ribbon that they want or something else. We'll show you in the next few steps how to make it. The kit for the project consists of the wood parts, the wire, and the 2 screws needed to connect the wood parts. The wood is the pre-drilled 2x4 that is 10 inches long, and the small strip that fits on the back that's just a little bit shorter. The 2 screws, these are 1 5/8 inch drywall screws that will hold the back piece on, and the 3 pieces of wire about 12 inches long each, and these are taken from 3-wire conduit, and that's nice because it doesn't have any writing on it, so they're just plain, and the boys can mix and match the colors. They'll each get 1 black, 1 white, and 1 plain copper, and then they can trade them as they do the projects in the group. The pre-drilling involves both the backing strip, and this can be whatever kind of strips you find. You can use a 1x2 for this. These were just some strips. This is actually pressure treated lumber, but it could be anything. And each one is drilled for each of the 2x4s, 2 holes there, and then the remaining 3 holes are for the wires to fit in. And we'll see in the next step how that works. So there are 5 holes in the base and 2 holes in the strip that'll hold the wires in place. So depending on the age of the children doing the project, you can pre-do as much or as little of the project as you like. In this case, I've drilled 5 holes in the back of what's going to be the base of the stand, and I've also drilled 2 holes through the board that's going to fit in the back. And again, I've used conduit here, 3-wire conduit, and this is nice because it is insulated, and even when you cut it just with regular wire cutters, you find that there's not really a sharp edge. There can be a little bit of a sharp edge on the bare wire, so if it's for younger kids, you might want to just use the insulated wires from the conduit. In this case, what the boys did, we did it with some 7- and 8-year-old Cub Scouts, was they got a kit that was like this, in addition to 2 screws, which I handed out at the end. And what they were to do was to use pliers, got them getting pliers in their hands, to make an angle here for this piece that'll fit in like that, okay? And then to twist the far end of this in a way that that's interesting to them, so they can make different shapes and things. And then they would put this in, all right, and they would do some kind of shape like that for each of the 3 pieces, and then put this, actually it goes in this hole, and this hole. Put 1 of these each, and then this piece will fit on the back, and they can drive a screw through here. I used and these 3 wires fit in the back like this into these pre-drilled holes, and then the boys will fit this piece of wood in the back, the strip, and that's all it needs. It doesn't need any glue or anything, because remember, this is just going to hold photographs. It doesn't need to be super strong, and boys now get to use a screwdriver, or the kids, and there's no reason this can't be a project for any group. And once they get those screws in, you'll see that it's going to be tight enough to hold them in place, and they can add whatever angles they want with these curlicues, but it doesn't take too much tightening to get that strip on tight enough to hold these wires in place. At this point, it's strong enough to hold a picture, okay, and they can bend these and angle them however they want. But you can hold a picture like that, or like this, and of course these can be manipulated. They could even hang metals on these if they want to do that with them. If you had metals, maybe you'd want to do a couple extra wires to hold up like that, and then of course they can paint it, put their name on it, whatever it is they want to do, like that. And this is a finished product, one of many potential variations. The base could be decorated in many different ways. Name could be placed here, perhaps.